Cool. All right. So hi, I'm Mark Skwarek. I'm the CEO of Semblance Augmented Reality. I'm a full-time faculty member at NYU Polytechnic School of Engineering, and I'm also the director of NYU's Mobile Augmented Reality Lab. So what we wanted to do is show you some of the research we've been working on over the last semester. And we're basically working to create the next generation navigation system for NYU's New York campus. So, let's get in the hang of this. Okay, so basically, these are the three apps that are currently available which provide navigation for the general public in the NYU community. After kind of going through these apps, this would sort of be the cream of the crop. I'd say this is probably the most refined. It's a glorified Google Earth or Google map showing NYU Polytech. This is where I work. This is in downtown Brooklyn. You can see my location, which would be sort of in the bottom right-hand corner. For users who are actually kind of taking an online approach to trying to navigate to NYU, this would be their experience. So you can see, again, we end up with basically a Google map. From here, basically what we found, faculty members, myself, we invite researchers, or we have prospective students coming to campus, that the current form of directions isn't really working very well. So we actually came up with our own map. So we've annotated a map, making it easier for people to find where we are. We're the magnet space in the bottom. So if anybody wants to come out and visit us, it'd be great. Come on by. We do a lot of AR stuff there. So out of all of this, basically, what came was NYU's, so it would be the Augmented City NYU, where we're trying to create, again, like a high resolution map of the NYU campus. All right, so play the movie. So what you're going to see is this is actually real-time capture of our system in action. Essentially what happens is we create Is there a way we could rewind it just a little bit? Okay, there. So what the app is allowing me to do is find the auditorium. So if I was new to campus, I could walk up to the building, basically scan it, and I would be able to see the exact physical location of the auditorium. We've augmented actually pretty much the entire campus at this point of NYU. We've got kind of an overlay on top of everything, and we're building it out from there. Yes, I think you can cut the movie. Cool. So basically what happens is when someone would arrive at NYU, they would be able to call up a little mini-map in front of them. So I could basically call up a little 3D mini-map which would appear in front of myself. I would see my position on the little mini-map. And what you're seeing is then I could see all of the buildings around me. I could select a building, so I could click on one of the buildings, and then it would create a navigational arrow basically directing me towards my desired location. This is Previsualization. The last one was real. And yeah, so this would be the building before the overlay, before we were going to actually scan the environment. There's the building with the overlay on top of it, as we saw in the movie. At this point, the user could choose from a menu of different options. We'd be able to choose classes, events going on, different professors, offices, different office hours. The library, is the library open currently, things of this sort. So basically, what's going to happen, what we're going towards right now is students will be able to see where all their current classes are, so I can basically look around and I can know where my current class is actually taking place. I can see where my upcoming classes are going to take place. Basically what's happening is it's updating in real time, so all of the classes can be seen in real time on top of the campus. We basically modeled all of the Brooklyn downtown campus, and we basically broke them up into little Lego bricks. So each individual room has become a model that we can associate with real-time content. Another big part of our app would be safety, a safety feature we're integrating into the app. So, we live in a day when the unthinkable happens, and at NYU, what you're looking at right now is the World Trade Center disaster, and you're looking at the smoke basically pluming over downtown Manhattan, and that's where we work. That's actually NYU Polytech, so we're sort of, it feels like we're in the, a lot of New Yorkers feel like we're on the front line, but you can see that this is actually a reality, that we are kind of in harm's way. And when something like this happens, we don't know what's going to happen in the future, but we might have to move large groups of people in the same time to kind of get them to safety. This was people going across the Brooklyn Bridge. What we would be horrible is if we ended up kind of ending in a gridlock, if people were just mass confusion going in different directions. So this is something we're definitely going after in the app. We're developing a system to help guide people or tell them where to go in the time of an emergency. So this would be also a function of the app. So that first responders could get to where they're needed most and provide help to those in need. Another key feature that we're also working on, NYU Polytech is known for cyber defense. So we're working with some of the guys in the cyber defense section. You would have to limit access. So if people were able to get our app, how far could they actually go into campus without actually being on the campus? So it's creating a limit to the user's experience. Can I get to the front door? Can I get to the lobby? Am I able to go into the auditorium? So these are things that we're also taking into consideration. Some other stuff that we're also doing, these are guys who are on the project that we're working on. Our next iteration of the project going into the fall semester, we're doing smart buildings. So basically, it's very similar to the last presentation, where the sensors are providing real-time feedback for the rooms. We'll be able to see the carbon monoxide, you'll be able to see like energy consumption, water consumption, different things of this sort. So you see, yeah, and that's us. So that's pretty much it.
Awesome. We have a question up here.
Sure.
Thanks for being here.
Sure.
Did you do all the development in-house, or was it outsourced?
Okay, so if we actually look back, most of the development was all done in-house. We were partnering with Matayo. Matayo was actually sponsoring the project before everything happened. Brendan Scully was actually a great guy. He was over all the time kind of working alongside with us while we were doing it. What's happening is we use Matayo to prototype point cloud, but what we are doing is we have a computer engineering program which is very strong, and they do a lot of computer vision. We're working on developing our own system at this point. We're also catering, looking at other different SDKs that are out there.
Okay, and we have, looks like we have one over here.
In your safety example, the kind of the emergency egress on the urban corridor, I was wondering if you looked at all about studying at the building scale, highlighting egress routes within the scale of a building. Seems like it might be an easier problem to solve and more manageable.
Sure. I want to be honest, we're not showing right now the full implementation of the safety system. It doesn't quite look like that. It's a little bit different. We're going for probably a patent, I think, when it gets done. But yeah. It's something to take in mind, though. I'll definitely look into it.
Hi, a lot of your tracking was external, even within the campus. Do you have an aspect of indoor navigation too, as in within buildings?
We have not started doing the interior navigation. It would probably be a lot less complex if we have the controlled lighting circumstances. People moving through the environment break the tracking a lot, so it's like half a dozen one, half a dozen other. This is getting a great reaction from the school campus, and this is moving towards becoming an official app for the school. So we're kind of moving along that direction. Yes, we're planning on the summer trying to do some indoor navigation. But thank you.